Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Chevrolet Video Sports Update. Interesting for Florida, obviously a great season, great run for them, 30 wins, and then get beat in the semifinals by the eventual champion, the UConn Huskies. You know, Florida, I thought, was described by Billy Donovan after the game perfectly. He said at the end of the season, a coach really has to look at did his team perform up to his potential, and he said this team probably exceeded their potential, and that's obviously what he was telling us all year long when he kept saying our margin for error is not very big. And when you don't have incredibly talented stars on your team, but you have a real team concept, you can go a long way if you've got guys who are willing to work hard and buy into the system. Occasionally they had some big offensive games, whether it was Wilbekin or Prather or Frazier, and when they did, they blew people out. But in the game against UConn, the Huskies played the kind of defense that Florida played against people all year long, created a lot of problems for their backcourt players. Wilbekin did not have the kind of game that obviously they wanted to end his career on, and Florida ends up getting beat. UConn, of course, goes on to win the national championship by playing that same kind of way, hitting some clutch shots down the stretch, but also very smothering kind of defense, and they win their fourth national title. Interesting little trivia, 3 of them have been won in the state of Texas, in San Antonio and Houston, and now in Dallas. It's going to be an interesting week for the Jaguars. They're expected to have a couple of different interviews, including Derek Carr and Zach Mettenberger on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. The Jaguars are still playing it close to the vest. By the way, as are the Texans and the Rams. The Rams have admitted that they're talking to other teams about trading, but that doesn't mean that they're going to. And it all comes down to draft day. If the person you want is there, if the offer is there for your position. If the Jaguars don't get Jadeveon Clowney, don't be surprised if they try to trade out of there and move back. But at this point, it's still wide open. A lot of disinformation being put out there by all kinds of teams. And the Texans have even claimed that they would entertain trading out of that #1 spot. And they rained out the first day of the Masters. First time they've done that since 2003. But don't worry, if you had tickets for Monday and you decide not to go because of the weather, Augusta National says they're going to refund your money and give you a chance to buy tickets for Monday of 2015. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht Chevrolet Video Sports Update.